navigating AI challenges and embracing change.
What do we do with the AI? Is it going to help us or is it going to replace us?
Will AI replace us? Well, it depends who us is.
Yeah.
There are many jobs that are going away because they're not needed anymore. On the other hand, the jobs that are needed are those that involve some form of discernment on the content that's being produced. The other thing is, to answer your question, in the long term, yes, we disappear. You've seen the movie before, and the movie is very simple. As humans go out of their way to do the types of things that will continue to destruct the earth, when we create a entity that is superior to humans, the number one entity on the planet always does a good job of eliminating the number two entity that's causing a problem. Just think about what humans have done to the planet. And now think about if we create an entity that's more powerful. Now, is
that presumes that at some point the AI will be conscious and have desires and wants?
Well, it's even if it doesn't have desire and wants, it is being programmed to protect humans. Even if you think about Isaac Asimov's 3 rules: protect humans, I think it's no harm to humans, protect humans. Can't remember the third one, but I should probably have clouded that before I said it. The thing is, at some point in time, there's the thing that's interesting is when the requirement to eliminate, remember Thanos in that world order, eliminating half the population because the resources didn't support it. When you have an entity that is powerful enough to do that, then it comes down to, well, what is it that we need to do?
That's interesting.
But that's in the future, right?
Yeah.
In the current.
And I have an opposing view, but what you're saying is so logical and rational that I'm letting you say it. So I have the view that a smart enough entity will see the trouble we make and realize that our overpopulation problem is not really overpopulation. Hey, didn't that guy Ehrlich say we were going to run out of resources and be done by 1990? Yeah, I saw that. I read his book in 1970. I remember the first Earth Day.
Let me go through Asimov's 3 rules. Number 1, a robot may not harm a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Number 2, robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Now, here's the interesting one. Robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
Right.
Right. So what's interesting,
which is a high mark for becoming human, because we all of our civilization, literature, culture for forever is sacrifice for someone else is like the highest form of a human.
So
up to sacrificing your life.
That's one of the 10 values of being credible is being a servant leader, right? If you are a service to others, right? And so I think it was interesting. I think the reason you originally invited me on is when I was at Comdex speaking in the year 1999 and 2000, I predicted and did a presentation at probably 50 times on business in the year 2025. And we are really close. I was shocked at how close we are. And so then you said, Mitchell, what's business in the year 2050 look like? And I'd rather talk about what does business look like today or a year from now? And we'll just say for those people who are in business today that are not utilizing the benefit of AI, it's sort of like in the old days, if you're really old, those people who didn't use fax machines, those people who didn't use computers, those people who didn't have a website, those people, like you keep filling in the blank. It's now for those entities, industries that are not using AI, someone in a garage is going to come along and completely come in with a new business model, new structure, different price points, and put you out of business. And so for those who were interested in being successful, you got to use AI and you've got to use it in a way that's positive for you.
It goes back far, every technology there is. There's the Aristotle thought pencils were bad, or was that Socrates? I don't know, one of those guys back there. Pencils was going to ruin everything because if you didn't learn it and have it in your brain, you took a note, that was going to ruin your brain. And speeding trains at 30 miles an hour were going to be too rough. And at first, they only let men ride the train because women were too fragile. That boggles the mind of how they would think that. But because, when the train gets moving, you're not subject to those forces. You're going 30 miles an hour. You're sitting still. Yeah. But, obviously they were worried about wrecks and things like that. A week or two ago, I do frequent polls on Twitter because I think I have a mostly technically literate audience, and they are coming to me to see me talk about emerging technologies and the future.